everyone, it's Dan here from Agility, here today to talk to you about limiting WiP in our series on Kanban practices. And today you'll notice I am in the home brewery. I'm combining my love of Kanban with my love of home brewing, and we're going to explain to you the practice of managing WiP with using beer, okay? So I hope you can all connect with this, particularly my Australian audience. I know a few of you do like to have a beer, so hopefully this will help you understand how we can go about some Kanban practices. Okay, all right, so first of all, we're dealing with knowledge work, and one of the key things with knowledge work is that it's invisible or intangible. It's very hard to see the work itself and how much capacity that we do have. Now, you'll take, for instance, this glass. You know, you can see, it's really hard to actually see this glass where it currently is. As I move it around, you'll start to see, now you can start to see the lip of it, but you know, it's a little bit hard to judge where that is, particularly with certain things and backgrounds that we have here. So this is the key thing, is actually understanding what your WiP limit is. Most people don't actually understand that. And many people understand that instead, they've got like this much WiP, that's what they assume. Often in reality, their WiP might be this much, tiny little amount. So what we're going to do today is demonstrate how you can make sure that you don't go over your WiP limit and what happens when you do go over your WiP limit. So let's first of all try and pull some beer or work into this glass. Now, as you see, it's starting to fill up now. It's not at its WiP limit yet. It'll take a little while to fill up and hit its WiP limit, but eventually it will do so. So as I keep pouring this beer, I'll just keep letting it flow to a certain point, and then I'll switch it off. You'll notice I switch it off a little bit early, just in case we have a little bit of expansion going on. You'll see, part of the beer itself is the head. And in knowledge work too, we see a little bit of expansion. So sometimes there might be stuff that needs to happen, like rework or defects that you need to take into account. That's part of the work that you need to do. So here we can see, a nice perfectly brewed beer pulled in and not too much happening. Now I've got another one of the same sort of glasses here, and let's watch what happens if I don't adhere to the WiP limit. Okay, we can see the beer going in now. Now I'm just going to let that go and demonstrate what happens when I ignore the WiP limit. Now you can see exactly what happens here. The beer is overflowing, it's going all over the place, it's making an absolute mess, okay? And this is what happens with your knowledge work as well, if you ignore the WiP limit. That is going to make an absolute mess, and it's going to take me a long time to clean up that mess. I'm not going to actually be spending my time enjoying that beer because I've got to clean up the mess. Okay, so that's one of the important things about WiP limits, all right? When you're using a Kanban system, make sure you have a WiP limit in place. So one, you don't waste beer. And two, you're not spending all of your time cleaning up the mess that you've created by pulling in more work than what you have capacity for, all right? Thanks everyone for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and there'll be more to come in our Kanban practices series. Cheers.